either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense will get first crack at it here. The last time these two met, it was all Bayou Bengals as they sort of took the fight out of the Gators.
And that was a game that LSU got out ahead early, and they never looked back. When this team starts to feel themselves and things start going their way, it is like a snowball that just keeps growing and growing and growing. When they're playing confidently, they're a very, very difficult team to beat, and they want to jump out to a quick start again against the Gators.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He's got it on the right. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield, it's McCall. Makes the catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback on the keeper. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Barely 2 minutes into the game, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. The sweet feet buy a little time. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. They go right back to it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go.
Touchdown, Florida! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. Two dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. To throw, it's Vega. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They want to throw it. The screen, he can go. The tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. And the Gators will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Scanning the field, it's Vega. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the try is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got the back over the middle. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's second and long. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Back to pass, it's McCall. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On fourth down, going to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him,
Oh, what vision! He's going to get loose! He'll take it to the house! Touchdown, Tigers! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Unloads quickly. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Looking downfield, it's McCall. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Looking to throw, it's Vega. He wants to take the top off. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just
He's into the open down the middle. Inside the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown!
dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Oregon is currently ahead right now in Autzen Stadium, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 10 over Wisconsin. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the RPO, complete. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and
turning it on! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Gators in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Got his man quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On third and short, the power run here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Gators are flying down the field. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The Gators are in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's McCall. He's got the tight end. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running the option, it's McCall. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Gets rid of it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push them. A little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He'll ride his man on the option. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Looking for a man. It's Vega. Get it out on the screen. Runs through a tackle. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. There he goes. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. The nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's McCall. A strike downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Gators moving quickly to the line. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get us.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Vega. He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink, and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
2nd down, he'll throw it. Using the quick game.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves at the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's McCall. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the move, it's Sparks. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, seems like every time Florida and LSU get together, magic happens. And halfway through this one, the sparks have been flying. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. 2 quarters to go. Time to find out who comes out on top, guys, between the Tigers and Gators.
We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job at pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that's the fourth sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again. This offensive line has to step up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They get to him as he throws.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Defense looks as if it's coming. To the air, it's McCall. They're working that left side. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Bulldozes his way through. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get there.
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. He's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
To the air on 2nd down. Lofts one high and deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Line getting set on 2nd down. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now. That is a staple of the sport.
Dropping back, it's Vega. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Defense showing blitz here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tigers want to move quickly. The option look. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Nice move to keep running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. He wants to change this route. Now from inside the red zone. He's got his man across the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick release by the QB. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
On on the option. Touchdown, Tigers! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Gators headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Wants to throw. It's McCall. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete to the left. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
Well, they try to go option. QB gets tackled for a loss. Now, play caller, you got to be careful with all these QB runs. You don't want your guy taking so many hits because now you're risking injury. You got to be careful how many times you want him keeping the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Balls and fired complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game? How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He'll keep it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. LSU quick to the line.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge game.
They'll run the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a man. It's Vega. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller.
Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Love the play call and the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Vega. Spits it out to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give to the back. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown LSU. Somehow they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 4 over NC State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. he'll do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Dropping back, it's McCall. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They'll try the run. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got him still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Gators! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
That's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
To the air, it's Vega. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it. Oh, they're faking it. Here's a heat. Looking deep. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? The lone back's got it. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Back to throw, it's Vega. Release to the back. Right on target this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Now the toss. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play.
A shot toward the end zone. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second.
Breaks into the open. That's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's McCall. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
LSU will dive in. Look here on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire. Who steps up and makes the big-time play?
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Takes the easy completion. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and then stopping that clock.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He wants a big play here late. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
To the air on first down. Throws to the back. It's complete. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. LSU right back to the line. Last chance coming up. Here comes the heat. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Looking for more room. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.